welcome back to the very last episode now, episode 40. It's sad, really. Well, I'll have more episodes planned for season 3. I have more guests. I have a guest already uh, planned to interview, and I'm not naming the person, but they've agreed to do an interview, and I'm really pleased about it. So, all I have to do now is I'm looking forward to it anyway. So, I was just gonna go now to the RTE website here just to see what the news is like here. It just says resignation of JSO officer a serious matter, says Harris. This was a story there that was on the thing there early on. Minister for Justice Simon has said a full investigation needs to be carried out following the resignation of an experienced investigator at GSOC yesterday. Launched an internal investigation. In the wake of the investigation, Mr. Hutch was found not guilty. The claim came to the attention of other members. The investigation has worked. So that was the story. That was on earlier on there. Man charged with murder of Marcel Kosendi last month. A 37-year-old has appeared in court charged with the murder of Slovakian man in County Kildare. That was on the thing there. I see Angel is on at the moment. Ask me anything. I'll ask you anything, as I said. President Michael D. Higgins' dog Broad dies. That was a sad story. Connacht to face Ulster in quarters after Glasgow lost, and that's fresh on the Irish Independent. Munster fight back to end crucial draw against Sharks. And Saturday's hurling championships results and reports. I must go through them. Barry Humphries, creator of Dame Edna, dies at 89. That was sad. I just was looking at some of the skits there on YouTube. Oh my God, some of them are very funny. She was on the Late Late Show and all that. It's very sad. Sinead Books graces the cover of British Vogue for May 2023. And Regency Airport Hotel, how I came face to face with terror at the Regency. A journalist who witnessed the murderous events of the Regency Hotel speaks with Primetime. That was on earlier on in the week. And judgment spells out issues with evidence against Hutch. Ireland show fight against England but lose again. That was on that. I must look up the sports things now on this. The sports results, football championship here tonight. I was looking at Saturday game. There's a new game there on today. I was just looking at it. The results now here is the Connacht Senior Football Semi-Final. Sligo 2-16, New York 6 points. So Sligo in the Connacht final. And then Kerry Munster final. Munster semi-final. Kerry 25 points, Tipperary 5. And then Munster Senior Football semi-final. Limerick 16 points, Clare 116. So Clare and Kerry on the final. And then Cavan and Armagh quarter-final. Cavan 12 points, Armagh 114. So they were the football matches there tonight. And then the hurling matches. There was a good few hurling matches there. I just get them as well. The hurling isn't coming up here. The Leinster hurling. The results there now on that. It was Kilkenny 29 points. Westmeath 7. So that was a good result there. And then Galway 24 points. Wexford 212 and Antrim 119, Dublin 119. And so the table reads like this. It's Kilkenny with 2 points with 22 different score, and Galway have second with 2 and they have 6 points difference, I think. Antrim then are third with 1, Dublin with 1, Wexford 0 with no points, and Westmeath with 0. So that's the results then. After that match. And then next week's matches in that group is Wexford and Antrim at 5 o'clock, and Dublin and Westmeath at Parnell Park. That's Parnell Park. And then Kilkenny and Galway. That's on Sunday in Nolan Park at 2 o'clock. So the matches are coming far and few between. And then the Munster hurling. The results there tonight. As I was saying there, Waterford. No, that's on tomorrow actually. The matches. It's Waterford and Limerick. That's on tomorrow at Semple Stadium. Clare and Tipperary. That's on Cusack Park. And then the 29th of April. That's Limerick and Clare. That's on. So it's be interesting enough to see who will win it. And then the Leinster Football Championship, as you know, the matches that are on tomorrow. I did make predictions early on. Westmeath and Louth. That's on tomorrow, 23. I'd probably say Westmeath will win that. And Kildare and Wicklow. Kildare are favourites, but I'd go for Wicklow. Laois and Dublin. Probably Dublin will be favourites for that. And Offaly and Meath. Probably Meath will be favourites for that as well. So they're the matches tomorrow. And then there was matches as well on in the Nicky Racket Cup. The matches there that were played today. Louth 117, Roscommon 5-8, Fermanagh 112, Wicklow 114, and Armagh 116, Donegal 320. So Donegal won that well. And then the table in the Nicky Racket Cup. It's Wicklow out in front with 4 points. Donegal have 4 as well, but Wicklow have better scoring difference. And then Armagh have 2, Scommon have 2, Fermanagh nil, and Louth nil. So Wicklow are winning so far in the division there. So and then the Christy Ring. It's London and Meath. They're the next fixtures. Tomorrow's fixtures. Derry and Sligo is played, and then Derry and Meath, Tyrone and Sligo. So they're the matches then. The results. There was matches played today. It was Mayo 117, Tyrone 222. So the tables now on the Christy Ring is Tyrone out in front with 3. Sligo have 2. So Meath have 2. Derry have 1. London have 0. Mayo have 0. So Tyrone out in front with that. So that's surprisingly the fixtures then. As I was saying, I went through the fixtures there. And then the Lori Maya Cup. Results then in that today. There were matches played. Cavan 216. Monaghan 119 points. Leitrim 115. Lancashire 415. And the tables then follows in that. Lancashire out in front with 4 points. Warwickshire 2. Cavan 2. Monaghan 1. Leitrim 1. And Longford 0. So that's the Joe McDonagh Cup. Those results I think there today. Offaly 126, Down 115, and Carlow 122, Laois 122. That was a draw. Kildare 14 points, and then Kerry 117. On the table then is as follow is Offaly out in front with 6. They seem to gonna get to the final, I say. Kerry have 5. Carlow have 4. Laois have 3. Kildare have 0, and Down have 0. So then it's pretty convincing there that I went through. I think I went through all that now. The championship there draw. And then more about Australian entertainer Barry Humphrey has died. Legendary Australian entertainer Barry Humphrey has died at the age of 89. A spokesman for the hospital where he was being treated has confirmed. So it was very sad. I was just looking at some of the things there today, the videos there on YouTube. It was very sad when you look back on it and all the years there that he was given to. He was in the big theatres in London and all. So, and then I had the Irish Examiner opened. The news then, the Irish Examiner, former GA president and Mayo All Ireland winner Mick Loftus has died. Mayo, a member, he's president of the GA as well. That was sad as well. A member of Mayo's last Ireland senior winning panel in 1951, he served as GA president from 1985 to 1987. Former Mick Loftus has died at age of 93, a member of Mayo's last winning panel in 1951. During a 4-year senior career, Crossmalone man Loftus also enjoyed a strong refereeing career, taking charge of 2 senior football finals in the 1960s. After chairing the council, Loftus became GA president in 1985, serving up to 1987. Speaking to the Irish Examiner 2 years ago, Loftus spoke of his concerns about the move away from September All-Ireland senior football finals. So it was sad, and I think he done a lot of running as well. I was just looking at that. It was very sad when you look at it. Then on the news on the Irish Examiner, there's a bit of this is what I'm doing now. What I'm good at news and papers. Man 20's killed after early morning collision in Sligo. A man in his 20s has died from a fatal collision in his early hours of the morning in Sligo. Heart to heart, Cork mother 3-year court battle for daughter Jane. And then more about Dame Edna creator Barry Humphries dies. There's another article there about that. Barry, in 7-decade career spanning theatre, television, books, and film, Humphrey was famed for his absurd and discomforting and transgressive humour, poking fun at Australian culture with the cast of personas, some of which would rank among the best-loved comedian creation of all time. Average in particularly took on life of her own landing several talk shows on Saturday Night Live and a recurring role on the 1990 drama Ally McBeal. Humphrey described Everest and Patterson in particular as wonderful outlets. I'm very careful myself about what I say. Edna and Celeste, on the other hand, can point to the nudity of the Emperor. With over 70 years on stage, he was entertainer to his core, touring up until the last year of his life. It was very sad. And it shows you a picture there of the Queen and the Commander of the British Empire by Queen at Buckingham Palace for services to entertainment. So that's there. That's very sad. There's a good article then on that paper there, Irish Examiner. Pizza dip on legs and milkman aim to deliver world records at London Marathon. So that's that. Graham Norton says no to presenting the Late Late Show. According to the Examiner here, Graham Norton has firmly given no to presenting. When asked by Radio Brendan O'Connor if he would be tempted to return to Ireland to host the Late Late Show, Norton responded, "No, the job is so hard. The job is a hard gig," he said. Norton was asked about his married life. He must have been on the Brendan O'Connor show today, and that was that. I must listen to that back on that. So that was on the Irish Examiner, and then there's just a clip then. Man suspected of being drunk in Cork. So I just give you the local news in Cork there. So that's on that. Then on the RTE, I was just going to go back on the soccer league there today. It just says soccer league. I do a bit of the soccer league. Hat-trick hero, Maris proves Manchester City main man. So the results then, the Premier League division. I didn't look at it much now today because it was the English Premiership. I do look at it a bit. So Arsenal's still out in front on the table with 75 points. Manchester City have 70, Man United 59, and Newcastle United 56. And then the results were Liverpool 3, Nottingham Forest 2, Brentford 1, Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 0, Everton 0, and Leicester City 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. So they were the tables. Fulham 2, Leeds United 1. So that was the result, and then was that result. Then Arsenal, there was another one there, the 21st. Arsenal 3, Southampton 3. So Arsenal dropped 2 points there. So was that good or bad for them? I don't know. The fixtures then, AFC Bournemouth there, tomorrow's matches, West Ham United, Newcastle United and Tottenham Hotspur. So that's that. So I was just gonna now go through the Bray People news. Slightly longer program, I see. I've already gone over the top of it. So it just says children demand for mental help up by 44%. So that's on Bray People there. So I'll just leave my thing open here. So then it says residents let down by council after U-turn on community centre. Dismayed at broken promises to provide new facilities, according to Wicklow TD Stephen Matthews. And then 50 new members join rowing open day. So, and then it says HSC to renew focus on children's mental health services as demand soars. Garda warns of rise in Japanese car thefts. It just says here, look for the flash, listen for the locks to chunk, and check the lights flash when leaving cars. Store car keys from windows and doors. Use a signal blocker like a good quality. So people, they're afraid that cars are going to get broken into, and that's what it says on the Brave People there. And then more about Mike Denver. He has a concert coming up April the 23rd. So, family takes Camino steps for mum. The families have been walking for dementia on a trail their mum will never get to complete. Reports with dementia, you're losing someone, but they still here and they don't know that you know. I will make myself annoying to ensure safe cycle schemes. That's according to Green Party Bray Erica Doyle. Erica Doyle committed to getting Bray safer cycling infrastructure in. So good luck to her there. Wicklow students join in art competition. Shows you pictures that they've done. Mermaid Centre calls on Wicklow artists for anniversary exhibition. And Publican thanks outgoing president. Wicklow Ventus have recent social gathering at Horns of Baltinglass, marking the end of Ballman's term as FAI president. 2 hospitalised after Turlokill incident. And then Bray at centre of new bowling area. So it shows you pictures there. They're doing something to do, making bowling thing. The president of our Irish Line Association has praised all the hard work and dedication shown by members of Bray Bowling Club to spruce up the club ahead of the unfurling of the flag ceremony, which saw the Bray Club holding the presidency of IFB for 2023. So I'm well into the podcast now. So 2 Wicklow wins at Young Filmmaker. I must read that. What this says is that it's about Wicklow students. Now this is interesting enough for me here because film students here. So let me see. I must read that. Wicklow students, budding filmmakers from Avondale Community College won the coveted Best School Award with director Marion Nobles. Sid short, a stunning paper cut based animation following the growth of a person as the different seasons go on. Fellow Avondale student Killian Foley was also awarded the RTE 62nd Award for A New Terran, a short movie about a young man who wants to be a professional mountain biker. The Avondale students were one of the 13 awards of the two. The awards are now available to view on the RTE player and all 34 shortly. This is films. So that's just about the film. I was looking at that actually, shortlisting films. Pretty good, interesting stuff there. If anyone wants to know more about it, just let me know. I'll tell you. So, Vintage Car Clubs hits the road for Easter egg hunt. So that's good information as well. So I'm just going through this quick. Charlie Bird. Yes, I'm struggling, but I'm not giving up. Charlie Bird there, he was on the go there in Avondale, actually, I think it was. Yeah, they went for a lovely walk in our drum. Planting trees. It shows you the dog as well. So Wicklow Supergroup formed in Arklow. And then Bray Theatre Group stages Wilde's classic at the Mermaids. So then, how to take on the Eco Trail and survive to run another one. Got the inside track on how anyone can go from couch to mountain runner in time for September event for local runner uh, Eleanor McAray. Back on that. And then former school learners honoured at Glenview Hotel. That's just the next show there that was on. So that's the farming then. Dairy farmers can't survive more cuts in milk prices. Milk processors are being warned that dairy farmers can't sustain any more cuts to the price of milk, according to Stephen Arthur points out that farmers have already endured cuts in excess of 10%. And then dragonflies and damselflies workshop to take place in Glendalough in late May. And then, just as about the March report, sheep sale, much improved trade for types of sheep today with a top price of 172 for 58 kilograms. So that's the price they're giving you there. And then sharing love. This is the article then. Mairead Kelly does not claim to be a historian, yet the Wicklow Nurse has created the Ancient West Wicklow colouring storybook to share insights on her historical points of interest in the area. She also hopes to create Celtic nature trails. So Mairead Kelly speaking at an historical exhibition in Germans of Baltinglass while standing beside the remains of a nation Irish elk. So that's on that. And then on the sports, I've made it to the sports end here. Players biting at the bit. Rushy McConville says footballers up for the challenge. Rushy McConville insists Wicklow have plenty of work to do before they are in position to upset Kildare. However, the Crossmaglen man hails the attitude of his players as to look to optimise their chances of upsetting the odds and reaching a provincial semi-final. They lost to Dublin, Cork and Derry, but bounced back with victories over Limerick and Meath. They have not played a competitive match since beating the Royals on March 20th, while Wicklow played Sligo, which I was at that match there. McConville is threatening on the fitness of Andy Matter. He picked the same team. It's the same team as last day, the match that was on the last day. And then one step at a time for Wicklow Hurlers, which they won there today. They won Manor, so as I was saying there, they're doing well. O'Brien was speaking after the county hurlers at a special loud, which I was at. They won very convincingly there. He is picking a lot of Bray players as well, which is good on the team. So that's good. So a sweat victory. That's about the Wicklow Miners get the better of Wexford. Wicklow 10 points, Wexford 7. So there's more to come there for the Wicklow Miners, as I was saying. On the evidence of the two games in the group to date, they should be able to build on their with a second success next week, although minor matches are notoriously difficult to predict. And then it just says more about the Leinster semi-final spot up for grabs. Network will welcome the Wicklow and Kildare to do battle on Sunday next in the much anticipated Leinster quarter-final. Wicklow come in with the band draft of championship win under their belts and also a league final just with Sligo. So that's be good. I just hope that Wicklow win there that match. And then just a lot of bit of club matches there. Carnoustie off Gleneely. It was Carnew Emmets 5-16, Gleneely 2-14. And Blaze slipped to first defeat in the football in the hurlers, survived first defeat. Ballyboden, it was 3-15, Bray Emmets 2-15. So that was the score there. So, and then it says more about the match there, the Nicky Rapid Cup. It was Wicklow 425, Loud 13 points, which is a very convincing win. And they all scored. There was good, a lot of score on the scorecards. And then it says Greystones 31, Enniskerry 27. So that was on that. So they won the rugby. So that was the main thing then. And Bray Wonders lost. Bray Wonders lost there the last day. Bray Wonders 1, Ushie Celtic 4. So, and then the other result was Galway United 6, Bray Wonders 0. So, and then today's results on Friday, it was 1-1, I think, as well, Longford Town. So, that was that match. I didn't look up the table, I'll do that again. Leinster Joy for Auckram, talented. They shine. They're playing the Auckland team of James Lambert, Padraig Lambert, Bobby Callaghan, Aaron Cullen, and Darrell Lambert, who won the second Leinster title in succession with a roof-raising performance in Wexford Opera House. So that was on the paper there. So, as I was saying, I scrolled the news and the Bray People saying Wicklow Road Brewery to feature on RTE series. And then there's a recipe there Edward Hayden. This week, sweet and sour vegetables serve 6. She makes a recipe there every week. And then that's about districts there and the starting. And then there's a review about the cars there. The new Kangaroo, a game changer. The all new Renault Kangaroo. Reynolds award-winning vans continue to perform well and are now positioned in second place to date with 17.8 market share. Renault Master maintains its number one position, and the new Kangaroo is coming in at number 2 in the segment, having just arrived in the quarter. And then Toyota continues market lead. Toyota continues its dominance as Ireland's best-selling car brand for 3 years in a row by closing out 2023 with first quarter in pole position with a leading market share of 14.62. Toyota sold 8,498 passengers car in quarter year and more than the next bestseller. So that's then more about that. So I've nearly gone into 28 minutes there in my podcast. So the all electric car, the ID4, which is selling well as well, I think. Pretty myself. And then there's more than in this paper here about growing old is no fun, being vulnerable is even less fun, so, according to Justin O'Matney. And then magnesium, the mineral for life. This is with Claire Whitley. She has give a better you body spray there. And then that's then mostly everything. Then finding better ways of helping overweight pets. But this article says it's Pete Wedderburn, vet nurses are skilled at helping overweight pets slim down. So, Citizen Assembly on Biodiversity call for urgent action. A male hen harrier, one of Ireland's iconic birds of prey, that is facing many threats and pressures. So then I go to the section which says TV movie guide that's on the paper. On the tomorrow's film, which is it gives you Saturday's one, but I'm on that now. Back to the Future is on Sunday, ITV. Monday Jaws, and Tuesday City Slickers, which I really enjoyed that film. What it's about is Bills are all facing their own midlife crisis and decide the best way to handle them is with the adventure holiday that will see them taking part in cattle drives. The trip proves to be more demanding than they expected, whipped in shape by tough veteran cowboy, Oscar-winning Jack Palance. It's a good film and a good script as well. So you should look that up. And then this week in 2005, In This Way to Amarillo, Tony Christie and Peter Kay. Do you remember that song? And then Missy Elliott was number 3, Razorlight number 2, Somewhere Else. So Tony Christie and Peter Kay smash it for comic relief. What can I say on that? So then that's the end of the Bray People news, which is sad in a way. That's the last Bray People news in the episode and season. I don't know, is there anything else to say? I've wrapped it up on 30 minutes, a bit longer. As I was saying there, I'm gonna get guests for the next season, and I might have an extra show or an extra episode for as a guest. So I hope you enjoyed my episode 40, season 2, the last season, the last episode there. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with hopefully season 3, unless I get knocked down or something. But I hope you enjoyed my episode and my uh, uh, of all the weeks I've been on. It's a long season and a good few episodes there, so to keep you in tail, I'd like to thank everyone for listening back on my podcasts and enjoying them as they should be. And I'll be back with another extra podcast or maybe an extra one. So thanks very much for listening and goodbye for now and slán leat.